Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's Cardfight Vanguard weekly update. My name is James and today I'll be going through the card trend throughout the past 7 days. Now, we've had a few triple Rs across a few clans, so there's lots to talk about today. We have a new Gold Paladin Stride, which is a triple R, Master Swordsman of First Light Gurgwit Helios. His first skill is Act Vanguard Circle once per turn, Unite, choose a face down card from your G zone with the same name as this unit and turn it face up. This unit gets +1 drive. A very skill, but can be used on first stride, which will help a lot when defending against your opponent's first or second stride. Then he has Continuous Vanguard Circle Generation Break 3. This unit gets +5000 power for each of your rear guards, and for the battle that this unit attacked, your opponent cannot call grade 1 or greater cards from hand to Guardian Circle. This is going to be very hard to guard against along with the 4 drive checks. If you can retire Gurgwit's rear guards while guarding, it will lower his power due to the ability being a continuous effect. But even then, he'll be coming in very strong. Knight of Sunny Day Salonius is a grade 2 with Continuous Rearguard Circle Unite. If you have a grade 4 Vanguard with Gurgwit in its card name, all of your units get +2000 power. And he has the defensive skill of Auto Rearguard Circle at the beginning of your guard step that your Vanguard with Gurgwit in its card name was attacked. You may put this unit into your Soul. If you do, call 2 cards from the top of your deck to Guardian Circle. Going into Soul fuels both Gurgwits, and it's probably best to run Perfect Guards that don't have to be called from the hand if you're not already, as this achieving a perfect guard will be a godsend. Gold Paladin also get a grade 1 Knight of Radiant Sun, Karinus. She has Continuous Rearguard Circle. If you have a Vanguard Unite ability, this unit gets Continuous Rearguard Circle Resist. And she also has Act Rearguard Circle Generation Break 1, Unite, rest this unit, choose one of your units and it gets +4000 power until the end of turn. If you have a Vanguard with Gurgwit in its card name, choose one of your rear guards with a different card name from this unit and you may put it on the bottom of your deck. If you do, draw a card and countercharge 1. This is an amazing way to countercharge, and if you need to, you could easily replace her to increase your power. It will also work well if your unit has become Giga Paralyzed to prevent your opponent from gaining benefits from that card. Murakumo get a couple of cards this week. First up is the grade 3 Furious Hair Stealth Rogue Ikaku. He has Auto. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle, choose one of the cards on your circle other than Vanguard Circle, and you may put it onto the bottom of your deck. If you do, this unit gets +5000 power until the end of turn. Because it targets a card and not a rearguard, this does mean it can put locked cards back to the bottom of the deck. It also works really well with Yasuie Tenma, as it stops you from retiring unnecessarily, as well as giving you a really good power buff, so even if your opponent gets a trigger, your attacks still have a good chance of hitting. He also has Shadow Stitch, Auto Vanguard Circle Rearguard Circle, a Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked a Vanguard and did not hit, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a grade 2 or grade 1 card from your drop zone. Search your deck for up to 1 card with the same card name as that unit, call it to a rearguard circle that this unit is not on, and shuffle your deck. At the end of turn, put that unit to the bottom of your deck. Both these skills are really useful for a backup grade 3 and work really well against Link Joker, especially as both the skills work on rearguard circle. Even though it's a common, I can see this becoming the backup in a lot of Murakumo decks. Murakumo also gets Stealth Rogue of Entertainment, Senbei. He has Act, Rearguard Circle once per turn, Counterblast 1, and choose a card from your drop zone and put it to the bottom of your deck. Choose 2 of your units until the end of turn. One of those units gets -5000 and the other gets +5000. At the end of that turn, return this unit. This is great if you want to achieve 1 Shadow Stitch while also getting a higher chance of scoring a non-hit effect with the other unit. He also has Act and Generation Break 1, Soul Blast 1, and discard a card. Choose one of the cards on the circle other than your Vanguard Circle and put it to the bottom of your deck. If you do, draw 2 cards. This is also another way to get rid of locked units. Also, using this to put away a Yasuie Goma rearguard allows you to essentially plus. For Angel Feather, we have the new triple R Stride unit, Fanatic Seraph Gavrael Eden. Her first skill is Rescue 1, Act, Vanguard Circle once per turn, Soul Blast 1, choose a face down card from your G zone with the same card name as this unit and turn it face up. Choose a card from your damage zone and heal it. Choose one of your Vanguards and deal 1 damage. Then she has Auto Vanguard Circle. When this unit attacks, choose up to the same number of cards from your damage zone as the number of face up cards in your G zone. Call them to a separate Rearguard Circle. They get power +3000 until the end of turn, and put the same number of cards from the top of your deck as the number of those units into your damage zone face down. This is going to be a bit risky with increasing the chance of deck out by a lot, but it does put a lot of pressure on your opponent, and you can still give the new units any trigger effects from the triple drive. There is also a new grade 3 Gavrail with Black Shock Gavrail Prim. Her first skill is Rescue 1, Auto Vanguard Circle, choose a card from your hand and put it to the damage zone face up. When your G unit strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a card from your damage zone and put it into your hand. Choose a card from your damage zone, heal it, choose one of your vanguards and deal 1 damage. Not only does this allow you to put key cards into your hand and giving you an almost free rescue, it also essentially gives 2 counter charges, which works really well for after you've used the Gavrail Eden stride. She also has the alternate stride cost of Continuous Vanguard Circle Generation Break 2. You may pay Counterblast 1 card with the rescue ability as the cost to stride G units with the rescue ability. This isn't much of a cost, as you can easily heal that face down damage, and you can put the rescue unit into your damage zone through the on stride skill. Antibody Pegasus is a grade 2 with resist on Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle, and Guardian Circle. And it also has Auto Rearguard Circle Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1, and Soul Blast 1. When a card is put into your drop zone from your damage zone during your turn, if you have a Vanguard with Gavrail in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a face-up card from your damage zone, call it to Rearguard Circle, and put the top card of your deck into your damage zone face up. Great that you can use this several times a turn. The soul blasting might get a bit too much, but luckily this set has included a good amount of soul charging for Angel Feather. It's a shame this unit doesn't have rescue, but I think it makes up for it by having resist. Lastly for Angel Feather, we have Black Talent Lila. She has continuous Rearguard Circle during your turn that a card was put into your drop zone from your damage zone. This unit gets plus 6000 power. And Rescue 1, Auto Generation Break 2, Soul Blast 1. When this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle from your damage zone, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a card from your damage zone, heal it, choose one of your vanguards, and deal 1 damage. A lot of the time this unit will gain more or the same amount of power as 1000 Ray Pegasus, and the rescue on top of that makes this card generally superior for the rescue deck. Grow Heater Dragon is a Kagero grade 2 specifically for Dragonic Overlord. The first skill is Auto. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle, choose up to 1 card from your hand, reveal it, and if that card or your Vanguard is not a card with Overlord in its card name, this unit gets minus 5000 power until the end of turn. Very much like the Maelstrom version of this, even if you lose 5000 power, it's still only until the end of turn, so this works very nicely for defensive purposes with the 10k base power. His second skill is Continuous Rearguard Circle. If you have a grade 4 Vanguard with an Overlord in its original card name, this unit gets plus 2000 power for each card in your opponent's damage zone. This unit can get up to 20,000 on its own through its second skill. Nehalem can get to similar amounts of power, but I feel that this is better if you're going against early rush decks for the defensive 10,000 base power. We also have Burning Horn Evolute, another grade 2 for Overlord. This Auto Soul Blast 1 and choose a card with Overlord in its card name from your hand and reveal it. When this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's Rearguards in the same column as this unit and retire it. And like the last card, it has Continuous Rearguard Circle. If you have a grade 4 Vanguard with Overlord in its original card name, this unit gets plus 2000 power for each card in your opponent's damage zone. The retire is very nice and an easy condition to meet without having to use too many resources. It's also great as your Vanguard doesn't need Overlord in its card name to activate this effect. Doombringer High Flame comes with Auto. When this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle, choose up to 2 cards with Overlord in their card name from your drop zone, return them to the deck, and if you returned 1 or more cards, shuffle your deck. If you returned 2 cards, draw a card. Because of this card, I can imagine we'll be seeing more discarding of grade 3 Flame Dragons as costs. Then it also has Auto Rearguard Circle. Retire this unit at the beginning of your ride phase. You may pay the cost. If you do, until the end of turn, if you stride a G unit with Overlord in its card name, you may stride without paying the cost next time you stride. If you do need to discard grade 3s, then this skill is also going to be very useful, so you don't have to rely on discarding them from hand to stride, and instead you can save them for your skills. The last clan to talk about this week is Takci Kaze. Firstly, they have the new RRR stride with Destruction New Emperor Gaia Devastate. He has Engorge and Auto Vanguard Circle, Counterblast 1, and choose a face down card from your G zone with the same card name as this unit and turn it face up. When this unit becomes engorged, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card, choose up to 2 of any player's circles other than Vanguard Circle for each face up card in your G zone and put all cards in those circles into the drop zone. If 3 or more cards were put, this unit gets plus 10,000 power, plus 1 critical, and plus 1 drive. Like the Murakumo cards, due to the wording, this unit can get rid of locked cards. Takci Kaze did have a bit of difficulty against Link Joker before, but this should help them a lot. This card can also be a field wipe for your opponent, and stops Messiahs locking their own units for defensive purposes. Photon Wave Dragon Cosmolux is another of the 10k grade 2s, where you heal a Gaia to not lose 5000 power. It also has continuous rearguard circle. If you have a grade 4 Vanguard with Gaia in its card name, this unit gets plus 3000 power for each face-up card with the Engorge ability in your G-zone. This can very easily rack up in power, and unlike the Kagero version, you have a lot more control with this one, as you don't have to rely on damaging your opponent. Lastly, we have Heavy Bullet Dragon Diablo Cannon, another grade 2. It has Engorge and continuous rearguard circle. If you have a Vanguard with Gaia in its card name, this unit gets plus 2000 power. This works even on your opponent's turn for good defense. This unit also has Auto Generation Break 1, choose a card from your hand and discard it. When this engorged unit is retired from rearguard circle, for the effect or cost of your Vanguard with the engorged ability, you may pay the cost. If you do, call this unit to rearguard circle and it gets plus 5000 power until the end of turn. Seeing as Gaia Devastate draws a card and has quad drive, this cost doesn't seem very big for a 16k extra attack that you can put trigger effects onto. This also works well with Gluttony Dogma for one big push on your opponent. And that is everything for this week. If you have any questions about the cards, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and be sure to tell me how you feel about all this unlocking units are getting. It makes sense for Murakumo and Takci Kaze to have them, as in the anime, Noah is using Chaos Breaker and his two friends use Takci Kaze and Murakumo, so we may be seeing some more unlocking from those clans. We may be seeing more unlocking in general for all the clans, but we'll have to see. So be sure to check out next week when I'll be going through the cards shown throughout the next 7 days, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!